So we were recording here, we were recording there. This is a backup. So if you're only seeing this angle, it means this didn't work. Hello.
Hello, Clare.
Hello. And sorry, we're recording on audio as well. And every now and
Fantastic.
again, I will look around and double check, but don't let that put you
Distract
off.
me. It will put me off. I'll shut down emotionally. And I hope you don't mind. I brought a cappuccino from home.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't bring one for me though.
No, I didn't. I brought one sachet of all-in-one cappuccino, 1 cup and 1 spoon, just to make a point. It's kind of like a Hustlers University move.
It's also interesting that you didn't bring a to-go cup. You brought an
actual
cup.
Yeah.
Like a piece of Delft.
I don't have...
Fucking weird.
I'm not a millionaire. I can't afford bloody cups. So yeah, this is my dad's cup. It's actually his favourite.
Oh, so you stole a cup?
I did.
Okay, so hello and welcome to the Storytime podcast.
Woohoo! It's good to be back.
It is good to be back.
I'm so glad that you have a consistent podcast.
I know, I was
with
about to
new
say all
guests.
the episodes I've done between you. Between you and you.
It's probably the most inconsistent podcast of all time. So that's 6 months.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
about
been-
that.
I'd say we did this about 8 months ago, maybe.
It's not that long.
I think
Get
so.
out. It isn't.
It took you about 2 months to edit.
That's
Bloody
fair
did.
criticism.
Bloody did.
Well,
No.
like, listen, hopefully it'll be easier this time around.
And this time as well, I beg to be on again.
But also this time I probably won't have to cut out as much.
Yeah, because I was in a bad mood. And I was like, that bastard, this guy's
I'm actually
dead.
joking. You let me leave in loads of stuff I thought you
Oh, yeah?
we could have.
I got in trouble a few times. But I was validated in my anger, which was very nice. And yeah, it was good. Good response. I was very happy with it. All the comments are lovely.
Yeah.
They're all very nice. Thank
I
you.
got a lot of clicks, so I was delighted.
I also found out that I went on a big spiel about tall puppy syndrome. That's not a thing.
Yes, so
Yeah.
I actually, in the moment, I remember thinking,
Yeah.
I thought that was tall poppy syndrome, but then I was like, maybe I'm wrong, so I won't correct you.
You were wrong. Nope, you're right. You were wrong. And this is a different thing. Definitely, 100%. And it wasn't an Australian lady who told me about it, so I thought she said tall puppy.
So it isn't tall poppy.
Nope. There's
Okay,
a
so what
totally
is it?
different thing. There's a totally different thing that you didn't hear about. And I definitely didn't make it up. And I'm saving face and I'll never admit it. No, I was totally wrong. It is tall poppy. And I also misunderstood what it meant. Totally. But I think that means that we now have 2 new things. Tall poppy and tall puppy. Because tall poppy means if it's too big, it gets cut.
Yeah, that's what.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But
Yeah.
tall puppy, the bullshit I was spewing that apparently doesn't exist. That's like if someone is perceived to be successful when they're actually not, people don't treat them well. So
Yeah, so you've made up a new thing. So you are a modern day philosopher.
thank you. Yes, thank you.
I'm glad we addressed that right off the bat. I would have forgotten. But yeah, I just remember in the moment being like, does he mean tall poppy? And then you explained it and I was like, oh no, he mustn't because it's totally different.
I was hammered. I made up something totally new on the spot. Because she was like, have you ever had a tall poppy syndrome? I'm like, yep. I get you exactly. Yeah. I've also thought of a new phrase. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Do you know what a nepo baby is?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Here's a new one. A netto baby.
Okay.
And I guarantee you hate them as much as I do.
Okay.
So a nepo baby, for all the dumb listeners out there who didn't study the schism of the Catholic Church, it's someone who's gotten to where they are because of nepotism, which is like family member or, something like that. A netto baby is someone in the industry who's really good at networking.
Right.
Pretty good, right?
That is actually, and I can literally think of a few people.
I know. And you're like, they're
right.
fucking not that good. But they're at every gig, they're at every event, and they're like, oh my God. And this is the
and you're always
producer's
like,
bum
oh,
bum.
hi. Yeah. And they're always like, oh my God, hello. And you're like,
boy.
so fake.
So a netto baby.
Love it.
I thought that the
Love
other day
it.
when I was seething in the shower. I was like, why am I successful?
You don't lick enough juices arseholes, that's why.
That's true. I really need to start eating ass.
Did anything positive come out of the last episode?
Yeah, no, it was great. Yeah, it was brilliant. I mean,
No, but I mean like specifically because I know that you got a little bit of trouble.
yeah, a lot of people reached out though.
In some elements. But did anyone for example, did the person who ran that festival reach out and be like, I didn't we're good now. I understand the story. Or were you
No, because we were already good.
Oh, you were already good. Sorry.
Yeah, but other people did reach out and we're like, oh, I totally get it now. Don't worry about it. And like a lot of gigs that I've been doing, a lot of people have been coming up to me saying, oh, I saw that podcast. Yeah.
They have not.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, wow, okay,
Yeah. And it's been great. It's been like, because I was sharing them all, being like, look, I'm not.
By the way, thank you, which is great, because I have so many people on this podcast, not obviously in the last 6 months, but I have so many people on this podcast that then just never say anything about it. And that tells me that they hate it. I just immediately assume, they hate the episode.
No, they just
must
hate themselves. And I absolutely love myself with a passion.
Me too. I'm my favorite person.
There you go. I mean, you're okay, but delusional. But me, sorry, I think I'm clipping. I'm sorry, I'm so excited.
Do you want to address the hair? I say that really meanly, but I actually really like it. I do really like it.
You know, it's so funny. I was a weekend away with the brothers there. We walked up Crowpatrick, and my brother walking up, he was like, do you know what, Donal? I actually like the hair. And I was like, actually? Where's this coming from? You like the hair, you don't. Where's this actually? Like, it was the first ever thing he mentioned. Because he was silent about it for 2 days, and then he was, I actually like the hair. I was like, what? You fucking bollocks.
That's funny.
Yeah. What do you mean? What about there? No, I'll tell you what's going on is I grew my hair out too long. There's no good barbers in bloody London. Let me tell you. They're so expensive. So I always go back to Bill's, represent, back in Glasnevin. But I've just barely been back, so I just tied it up. Because, yeah.
No, I like it. Are you going to keep the... It's kind of a mullet. It's really long at the top and short on the sides. Is that a mullet?
Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know what it is. I call it the Sharpson special. That's what I'm probably the most unfashionable person ever. See all these clothes? I didn't pick them out.
Who did?
I just... That's between me and my mammy. I'll never tell. Right. But yeah, no, just I think people think I'm trying to, infiltrate the hipster scene in London.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can take them down from the inside. Because as everyone knows, I'm extremely opposed to hipsters. But it's just the case where I think I've just become one now. Yeah. I've started
Sometimes you become what you're parodying.
What you
hate.
Yeah, like Batman. I'm basically Batman is what I'm saying.
That is the logical conclusion of that sentence.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? It's been a great year. It's been fantastic.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm actually being serious.
Oh.
I think when I met you last, I was in a very dark place. And I was like, and this motherfucker and that motherfucker. And I was just like, but no, it's like things are it's great. Like I'm actually way happier. And I think one of the big reasons was I was away from Ireland for a long time, which is definitely good for my mental health, because Christ, every time I'm back here, I like revert back to my teenage.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah, well, I wonder, is that because you're going home though as well?
Yeah, I'm like back in the parents' gaff.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you want dinner? I'm like, no.
The minute I'm back in the parents' gaff, yeah, you sort of go backwards, yeah.
God, they're playing my Nintendo Switch, like, for fuck's sake. No, I don't want dinner that you've spent an hour making for me. It's very nice. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh, is there any that dinner left? Like, so yeah, it's like, even I don't sleep well here in Ireland at all, because I think when I left, I was just so fed up and like so miserable. So I've just kind of gone back to that stage that, you know what I mean? And I haven't been back. I started saying no to gigs, which is...
Here or just in general?
Just in general. And it's probably the best decision I've ever made in my entire life, which is a good problem to have. Didn't think I'd have that problem. But before...
So do you mean in like across the board, or just to limit the amount of gigs? You're not stopping gigging, right?
No, so I said I wasn't going to gig till Paddy's Day.
Okay. Which
was tough. Now, most of them that I got offered, which were, they were nice. Don't get me wrong. They were nice. They were great, actually. A lot of them were great. If the promoters are watching, they were great. But before, I was busting my bollocks to do any gig. Do you know? And so all my weekends, I was just traveling. And then like coming back to Ireland, or like going off somewhere else, or drinking or whatever. Every single weekend. And I was barely making music. I was just getting sets ready. And then I just said, no, do you know what? Because gigs before Paddy's Day are usually crap anyway. Nobody goes out. So I said, I'm not going to do a gig until March 17th. And that's exactly what I did. And it was great. And
did you do one on Paddy's Day?
Yeah, it was great in Bristol.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it was really, really good fun.
Oh, that's a good date to do one.
Yeah, it was great. It was unbelievable.
And was this one of your like character ones?
No. So I started a new project with these two boys called Super Euphoric Shore, they're called. Down in Mayor over in London. I have so many stories to tell you, actually. Oh my God, this is great, right? Oh my God, if only we had a podcast to talk about. This is amazing. So when I moved over, there was these two boys that sent me over some demos to my label, and they were
when you say your label,
Chocky Bicky Records. I run
that's
a record
yours,
label.
isn't it? Yeah, and you're not on it. I'm just clarifying for this podcast, but it's you own it.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Own, as if this got any money involved.
As if anyone owns anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's free. I'm not like you, man. Look at my man bun. Haven't you seen the bun? Come on. I'm not a capitalist, right? So anyway. But they were like, look, we're in London if you want to hang out and grab a beer. So that day I went down to them and we had so many pints. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to U-turn back to this story. But basically then we said, we should hit the studio one of the days. And they make jungle and breakbeat and I make, drum and bass and techno or whatever. And we were just like, will we just do like cheesy trance and like scooter kind of stuff or whatever. And it just turned into this project called Boy Racer. So we just dressed up like Formula One. Drivers and with the hats and the jackets and all that stuff. And then we actually got an EP signed with this big, I can't say his name, big DJ's label. And we were like, boys, this is it now, like Boy Racer forever and all this stuff, right? So had the artwork, like had everything ready. We were pumping up the release on social saying, we got a brand new release, we're going to announce it. 2 weeks before the release, they turned around and said, we're going in a different direction. Yeah. So we were like, okay, we need to bust our bollocks here and think of something. And I spent one day where I just, I made like 5 tracks. It was like, I was commuting. So I was like on the laptop making a tune, then like taught me first class and then like made the next track, taught me second class, maybe next track or whatever. Brought him to the studio. Tim had another track and we just put out the EP. Like we had the EP ready to go, sent it to distributors. And then we just had singles then. So one day we just got it done.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really, really impressive. So then we had our EP launch party in Bristol on the 17th and it was packed. It was great. Of course it was packed. It was Paddy's Day. But we're pretending because it was it was our EP launch.
And so you're dressed as Formula One racers the whole time. I do love Formula One.
A lot of ladies do apparently. When I was single going through Tinder, my God, they love Formula One. I didn't even know what it was.
Do you know why that is?
Is it the rush and the adrenaline? Or is it because of that movie Heat?
It's because of the documentary Drive to Survive.
Oh, wow, what's that?
So there's a documentary series on Netflix. It's about 5 years old now, but during COVID it just blew up, and it's about Formula One.
Like Mickey Lauder's car, am I right? Hey, high five.
God, shut up! Can I vibe that one?
Good reference, though, right?
It was a very good reference. I just don't want to get cancelled. I know you're fine with it.
Take it all, cancel away.
So the Formula One got really popular during lockdown. Sorry, this Drive to Survive TV show about Formula One.
And it's a documentary.
It's a documentary, but it's edited together nearly like a reality show.
For girls.
Well, it's very popular with men as well. Excuse me.
Oh, really?
You.
Is it like the Kardashians?
But it basically revitalized Formula One. Like they've talked about how Formula One was languishing and like it wasn't picking up any new fans, and then the kind of explosion of Drive to Survive brought all these new fans in.
Explosion of Mickey Lauder's car as well, am I right?
Because not...
Sorry.
Bushbastard.
Just keep stepping into them,
Because not only did it explain it, but it also made it really interesting and introduced you to the characters, and they're all fighting. They get all these passes to they're in these meetings that they really shouldn't be in, and it's so good.
So the journalists are sneaking in.
No, as in they get access to things that you were like, there's no way they should have been given access to this. Okay. How are they in this meeting? It's crazy.
Gotcha.
So awesome. It's really good.
Do they do the Kardashian thing where they interview them after?
Yes.
So after a certain Formula One
they'll have
driver,
the piece of camera, interviewing them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was only joking about that.
No, it's so good. Yeah.
So is he like Nicky Lauder's such a drama queen? And then it cuts to him and he's like,
there is. There is actually a crash in it. The guy, I can't remember his name, but there was a crash and it went on fire. and his 2 hands were on fire. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to laugh about it, but it actually did have all the like reaction from the people at the time, and your man was fine. So
was he fine?
Yeah,
he was actually fine. Show?
No, because it's 5 years old. That was like season 1 or 2.
Grant, he'd never play piano again though.
I think he might be able to play piano again. He didn't lose the fingers.
Did you ever watch the Real Housewives?
No.
It's the best show in the world, but there was a crash in that, and it was very exciting. One of the girls in the dunes went over.
I've only heard about Real Housewives in terms of one of them going to jail for
Jersey.
Something.
Best season ever. It's probably my favourite show. I love Dragon's Den, and then it goes probably Real Housewives.
Well, the next season of Drive to Survive is going to be very good, and potentially one you might be interested in it.
Oh God!
Because your man, the boss of Red Bull, is married to Jerry Halliwell, and it's come out recently that he's like cheating on her and like texting all his employees.
You're
and
telling me
sexually harassing his employees, allegedly.
What? You're telling me that a large business owner who's
super famous and makes a lot of money
what? Doing
is not faithful.
Things? Yeah. My goodness. And this guy who travels around the world every week.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's mind blowing, isn't it?
I can't wait for the second season.
Well, like, okay, what's the fucking Real Housewives? I cheated on my husband, and my husband cheated on me.
They're actually very faithful, except for to the law. But but wouldn't it be more surprising?
It's all the same shit. They're all doing the same shit, surely. Except, I suppose, no, surely the F1 bosses are also doing tax fraud.
Oh, probably, actually, yeah. I was just thinking as well, it'd be more of a shock if they weren't.
Yes.
Imagine that was the big reveal. Everyone would be like, what a loser.
Yeah, it's super faithful.
Yeah. What is he, a priest? Yeah, that's your show.
That's a good show.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So anyway, back to your story. We're totally derailed there.
No, not at all.
Like Lauda.
Now you're gone.
I know, now you got me doing it. Did you watch the film about Ferrari, the more recent one?
I honestly have no interest in any of these things at all. But the jackets are cool, and we knew a guy who ran a vintage shop. So,
right, okay.
Which explains the man bun. Yeah, shortage.
It's more of a stylistic thing than a interest
well, I'm trying to get in with the hipsters, you know.
I don't think the hipsters like Formula One. Although they might like the jackets, actually. Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
They hate sports, but they're culturally appropriating it, let me tell you. I saw there was a girl at our gig wearing shorts, GAA shorts.
See, shorts is a jersey.
Cool.
I expected you to say jersey.
Yeah.
Shorts at a gig?
Yeah.
GAA shorts? That's wild.
They looked great. They actually looked fantastic. It reminded me of the mini leagues. Did you ever do mini leagues back in the day? They were great crack. Yeah, you're about like 6.
Mini leagues are kids, right?
Yeah.
That's a dodgy.
I was 6 as well.
No, I know, but you said they looked great. They reminded me of mini leagues.
All right. How many cameras you got on me? Too many angles. But I'm just thinking the last time I ever wore sports clothes, I was about 6, and then I never exercised
ever again.
Ever again. Yeah, that was the
God.
last time I was probably good at sports. I was about 6. Yeah, and then I got fat.
Well, to be fair, you're an artiste.
Oh, thank you. Yes, a sensitive soul.
Yeah,
I can't be doing brutish things like.
You're probably like writing women's songs and stuff. Like,
no,
me and my husband, it's just like constant competition all the time, which is what I like. But I don't get any songs written about me.
Well, are you very competitive with them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like how? Who can do the dishes the quickest? Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Do you think that's all couples do? It's the dishes. Okay, I'll give you an obvious example. Fantasy. We're both doing fantasy football at the minute.
I'm so glad you said football.
Fantasy.
I thought it was like in the bedroom.
It's actually fantasy rugby, but.
Oh, that's very. Is it fantasy tag rugby?
No,
because tag rugby is basically fantasy rugby. Like, if you think about it.
That's funny. But if it was, I would do it. If there was a fantasy rugby league,
yeah.
So. Fantasy tag rugby league, and then we're also competitive playing tag rugby because we play against each other a lot.
Why are you on different teams?
We're on one Same team and then a different team as well, yeah.
What?
So we kept our separate teams.
No way.
Yeah.
So what's he usually play for? Or you probably can't say, can he?
I can. He
Just
plays
in case people show up, you know?
Well, he plays for the Rabbitohs.
The what?
So it's named after the Rabbitohs. In all our tag teams are named either after a tag pun or something random. Like
The Rabbitohs.
my team is named after the South African rugby team, and his team is named after a rugby league team in Australia.
The Rabbit Holes.
Rabbitohs.
The Rabbit Toes.
People who kill rabbits.
Ah, they were called the Rabbitohs.
Rabbit OHS.
I thought it was like, slutty rabbits, the Rabbit Holes.
That would have been such a good
The
name for
Rabbit
their
Hoes.
women's team.
There you go. You can have it.
I'm going to
Taggers.
have to text their captain later.
And what's your team called? Or you-
Springboks.
Springboks. Oh, yeah, I've heard of
Named
Springboks.
after the South African rugby
Springboks.
team. Yeah.
Ah, fantastic.
For no real reason.
No, this is they're good, and you guys wanted to be good.
Yeah, probably.
You wouldn't name yourself Connacht.
See,
Check.
that's the kind of
Check.
stuff my husband would
Mate.
say as well.
Yeah.
That's another, because he's from Leinster.
Back to the boy racer stuff.
Yeah, sorry,
Right.
back to you.
Back to me, obviously, the show. So basically then, right, we met up and we started doing the Formula 1 stuff, started dressing up everything, and then we had our launch party. And from then now, we're just going to be very selective with gigging. Because I don't know about you, but I drink a lot. And every time I'm gigging, I was just getting fat and drinking a lot. So instead, what I decided to do this year was no gigs till March, and then go to the gym every day. And it's been great. And I've been very happy doing so. So I teach, and then I have a gym in the college. And I've just been doing that and making tunes.
That's handy, actually.
I know. That's how lazy I am, right? This is how long it took me to start going to the gym. I needed to become a teacher, do a master's degree, right? Work in a college that has a gym. Rather than just getting a gym membership.
Yeah, no, I feel lately especially, I'm like, the drive to the gym puts me off going to the gym. I'm
Exactly.
like, oh, it's so far away.
Even the walk between my classroom to the gym, 2-minute walk, less, 30 seconds, it's down the hallway. I'm still like, fuck. It nearly stops me every time. I'm really like, oh my God. But I've been doing yeah. So as a result, I think I've just been totally way more happier. And as much as I thought I'd miss doing gigs, I actually really don't, which is great. Because I was definitely addicted to, I need to be reaching out to people or whatever. And then as soon as that pressure's off, you're like, oh, grand. It's nice.
Yeah.
There is that worry that it'll never come back again.
And I presume it's similar-ish to stand-up in that it's like a lot of hyping yourself up beforehand. Or like at least I know that like I'll feel great when I come down after doing a stand-up gig. I feel like I'm on a high, especially if it went well. But like I'm dreading it for about a week before it happens.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just even, I know when I'm there I'm going to be enjoying it and whatever, but the stress of it is there. And it's also, it's like your whole self-worth is like,
Yeah.
I think that more with stand-up than music, especially DJing. DJing is not really music, is it?
I don't know.
It's not really. Sorry. It's like, press that button. And then you press this button. For an hour.
Are you DJing with your own songs or other people's, or mix of both?
Mix of both, generally,
okay.
yeah. But like the Boy Racer stuff is like, our Bristol set was like 95% our tunes. And then I had a remix of Kylie Minogue in there. Very good.
Probably set the house on fire.
It didn't actually. I think these young, it was a jungle like venue, drum bass venue.
Right.
So I think we came in too hot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I did a remix of Blondie.
Okay.
The only Blondie song everyone knows. And that went off well. Because everyone's like, oh, I know this from TikTok. Damn Bristolians, I tell you. No. But it was great. It was really, really fun. But I think that whole idea of like doing gigs being like your self-worth definitely plays a big factor. So when I wasn't getting a gig, I would be like, oh, you're such a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You get really down
and then you're
yourself.
looking at those Netto babies. Throwback.
Well done.
Thank you. And you're just like, oh my God, they're like it. You know what I mean? So you kind of get into like a cycle of just like punishing yourself for not but it's like, Dublin has like, 3 venues? I can't be gigging every weekend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it kind of became the case where I was like, every time I was gigging, I was just getting absolutely plastered.
Sorry, no, this question's going to sound very judgy. I don't mean it to sound very judgy. Do you feel like you can't do the gig without drinking?
No, not anymore. But it's not even the case where it's not even the case where I need a drink to do well or something like that.
It's just better crack.
Yeah. You're out anyway, and it's free. Like it's free drink.
Oh, is it free drink? Okay,
well,
that changes things.
So But now I've cracked another code. By the way, I only drink a tequila. Unbelievable.
That's wild. You're going to have to break that one down for me.
Nope.
Okay, podcast over.
Yeah, so how are you? Thanks for having me.
Tequila? You're only drinking tequila?
It's great. I'm telling you, right? I'm going to watch you me now. I'm going to set up a tequila company. I'm telling you. I've got the branding. I don't know what to do. But I've got the idea. It's the best. It's a game changer. It's a hack, right? I met this fella from Los Angeles and he was like, bro. And he was like, if you don't want to get a hangover, just drink tequila the whole night with like soda water or like pineapple juice or something like that. And I haven't had one hangover on it. I felt great. It's the only alcohol that's not a depressant. It's a stimulant. So I don't know. Call me a Mexican because I fucking love it. And that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Viva la Cinta Brigada. That's what I say. The San Patricios. I do love the Mexicans. They're a great crack. Sorry, I'm talking so much shite, Claire. Will I wind it down? Will I wind down the tequila talk?
No, but I want to understand. So it's not that you're drinking just shots of tequila. I misunderstood that. So you're drinking like tequila watered down.
No, you're right. It is just tequila, but I do like the shots. So
see, tequila would be my favorite shot. I just if I was on tequila shots all night, I'd be in hospital.
Fair, yeah, fair. But here's the thing: if you are just drinking tequila all night, and then your drunk friends who's been drinking Jaeger bombs like, oh my god, we should get shots. You go, let's get tequila, and they go, I'm not getting tequila, and you go, well, you call for shots, you idiot. So let's do it, and then you're fine because you were drinking tequila all night. It's like a superpower. I'm telling you, I've cracked it. I've cracked the code. Thank you, Marshall from Los Angeles.
My code crack is cider. I switched to cider, and I just have a lovely, happy buzz all night.
What?
Because wine used to make me angry. I had to give up wine.
Everything makes you angry. I've done a few shoots with you. Everything makes you angry. No, I'm joking. Cider, really, you should go to Bristol. Best place for ciders. It's great.
Oh, right. I was like, why would Bristol's random?
We should just go to Bristol.
We should go to Bristol.
No, but you should go to Bristol because they have local ciders at every pub. It's great.
I like the sweet stuff. That's what I miss now.
Why, are you off the drink?
Yes, I was wondering. I'd figured you hadn't figured this out yet because I was like, I bet he doesn't. He hasn't seen a single post I've put up on social media in the last 6 months.
No, of course not.
I'm pregnant.
Fuck off. Oh, come here. What are you on about? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh my god.
And we were in the kitchen and I said something and you reacted kind of funny and I was like, I bet he doesn't know, so I won't say anything. I'll wait.
Oh my goodness. I thought you were just eating too many Ben and Jerry's or something. Oh, how long are you?
25 or 6 weeks. I'm losing track now. So.
God. Oh, congratulations, Claire. You still playing rugby?
No.
Good. As a medical professional, you shouldn't be playing rugby with a baby.
Probably could have got away with it till about 12 weeks, but I stopped around 9 or something.
Drinking?
Playing tag. I stopped drinking right away.
I was like, sounds a bit late to me.
Yeah.
No way. You were still playing a bit?
Yeah.
That just shows how tag rugby isn't a real sport, by the way.
Yeah, because that's the whole point, because it's not contact. Yeah, so I could get away with it.
Are you a pickleballer as well?
Oh, no, but I've heard about this.
It's the new tag rugby.
Is that's the one that was in the... have you seen... Oh, you probably haven't seen this TV show. There's a TV show called Psyched.
I don't know what you think I do in my life. But
watch TV is definitely not what I think you do.
All I do is either play my Nintendo Switch or make music or cry in my shower, which has eucalyptus leaves.
Interesting.
Very
Interesting
nice.
Place to cry.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever cried in the shower. I have had a cup of tea in the shower.
That's a weird one. That is weird.
Well, you've had a can of beer in the shower, surely.
No.
What, really?
I've had a bottle of tequila.
Yeah, okay. You've had a drink
hangover.
in the shower. You've had a drink in the shower anyway, so you understand that element. Yeah, so I had a cup of tea in the shower before.
Was it
because somebody brought it up as an idea, and I said, Jesus, I never thought to have a cup of tea in the shower. And
in
then
the morning?
I said, why not?
That's actually not a bad shout, but I would be worried it would get, watered down.
Yeah, but you see, if you have a Go cup with the top on it,
now we're talking.
No, you have to buy yourself a Go cup.
Not all of us are millionaires, Claire.
Anyway, sorry, we're back to Bristol.
No,
come here.
Bristol.
You said you had loads of stories at the start.
Oh yeah, maybe stop. But I want to hear about baby. do you know the gender?
I do.
Oh. Do you have names? I got loads of name ideas.
The long story short of it is that I want an Irish name.
Good.
And you wouldn't believe the amount of Irish names that have been ruined for you through people you've met.
I totally agree. Claire. Ugh. Donal. Ugh. Damn it, I was going to give you one of my names there.
Do you have names already picked out for your kids?
Yeah, they're very plain though.
Just dudes or girls as well?
I'm having a girl. Come on, Claire. Look at me.
Yeah, because you can definitely.
I'll pick.
See, I would see you as more of a girl dad.
Maybe actually, yeah. I probably will be.
I can imagine you having 3 or 4 hanging out of you.
Wenches. Succubi.
You with your ponytail.
Yeah.
3 kids hanging out of you.
I also, I limit my, socials. So that's the only way you can do it. If you just forget about people in your life, then you can name whatever. You can name
have
them.
less friends. That's the key.
Have less friends.
Yeah.
I'm very good at that. Not intentionally.
So come here, go back to these stories that you had. You said you wanted to go back to the pint story.
Okay, right. So the first day I met Super Euphoric, right? It was a very London hipster thing. We met up in bloody Shoreditch, right? Had a load of pints with these boys. So the first day I ever met them, right? And then they were like, oh, here, we're DJing in a vintage clothing shop. Do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, why not, So I went to this clothing shop and we started DJing there, right? And one of our friends was there, an Australian guy. And he's like dressed all in the Armani shades, like really, extravagant stuff. Very, very, like loafers, all that. Gorgeous, lovely brown hair, right? And he was a singer, right? I can't say his name, but whatever.
No, don't.
I won't say his name, right? And quite a popular singer, right? But as in, like, he had quite a bit of a following, right? So we were there in the shop, and then Tim from Shore was like, "Oh, here we go back to my flat, and we'll watch the Eurovision," because he's Swedish and I'm Irish, and obviously we were drawn in the. I'm not sure if you kept up with the Eurovision, but that's the only sport I care about, right? So we were like, yeah, go. So we go up to Tim's flat, right? And I ask your man, the Australian fella, I'm like, let's just call him Ozzy. I'm like, Ozzy, how do you know Tim? And he's like, oh, I don't know Tim. And I was like, what? He's like, I was just in the shop. And then I was like, no way, that's mad, right? So then he leaves shortly after, and then Tim was like, oh, where'd your friend go? And I was like, I don't know him. And he goes, I don't know him. Did you just bring a randomer into the, because I was hammered. So I was like, come on up to this guy's flat or whatever, right? But in the meantime, he invited us to his album launch party. And it was unbelievable, right? Very, very London, yeah. In the Hackney Wick baths, right? Very hipster. Everyone's in the like bean bags, beautiful lights, and every song was like, on the guitar, and like he sang a little bit and then he played it out for us, and it was all very zen and very chill. Well, I flew out to Hawaii and did this with the producer, produced some Taylor Swift stuff, and every story was just all, it's about a girl that I fell in love with. Really beautiful, right? So at the party then, he was talking about, I'm thinking of going over to Berlin for a few weeks, just to see what it's like, see what the vibe is like, This is a surfer kind of dude. So if you've any recommendations, I was like, no, I actually hate that place. It's a cult and don't go, right? Beautiful city. Love the Berliners. Hate the Irish there, right? I have a few mates over there, and this is why. Let me tell you what, this is why, Claire. You listening? As someone who used to teach religion, I recognise a cult, right? So he goes over. I go to see how he's getting on. He's deleted all of his social media, right?
Who, the Australian dude?
Yeah, deleted all of his social media, right? A few weeks later, I get a text off a random number. Peroxide blonde hair, covered in tattoos, this is my 160 techno mix. Check it out, right? I was like, oh yeah. So I was like, gave him a bit of feedback. Didn't have a clue. New number. And I get a voice message. Oh, how you doing? It's yeah. He changed his name.
Oh yeah, I was about to say. Yeah,
Changed his name.
I will.
Got rid of all of his pop stuff.
Sorry. You're saying he changed his name, not that I have to change his name in the podcast.
No. Sorry. Well, actually, now we'll probably have to change his fake name.
Okay.
Right? Because he's a fake name, so bleep.
Yeah.
Right? Because I just said the fake name.
Okay.
And he got rid of his music, and he's now a techno DJ. He was there 4 weeks. He looks totally different. Like, unrecognizable. Peroxide blonde hair. He cut off his beard.
What? Like,
he wears all black now.
Especially if he was successful. What's he at?
It's a cult, Claire. It's a bloody cult.
Fuck
I'm
Berlin.
here. Oh, fuck Berlin. And I'm telling you, don't go. You'll never come back. You'll never come back. So a shell of yourself. I mean, I know people who were at the Mumford and Sons concert in June, and then in July they're in the Berghain pissing people's mouths. It's a cult. I guess where I'm going next week for a week. I need a piss.
Why?
Because the boy racer stuff we're going over, so a few studio sessions.
So you're going to come back with a different name and a shaved head.
Yeah. What would my Berlin name be? Z.
Oh yeah, because he picked a sort of Russian sounding name there.
Kinda, yeah. Isn't that crazy? And I know so many people, and I tell you, they all come back with this haircut. Let me tell you.
Oh, they're like the bangs.
Mm-hmm.
You have long enough hair for that.
I do. There we go. Bang, bang, baby. Sorry, I'm talking absolute shite here. There's no actual. There's no.
No, but sure, I didn't prepare questions either.
There's no narrative. Apologies.
Did mean to say to you actually that I think you might have had this accolade on your last appearance, but you definitely have it now. What? This is 4 appearances on this podcast. You're definitely the most recurring guest.
What's an accolade?
Like a award, I suppose.
Oh, an award.
Like not an award, like an achievement.
Oh, great.
So you're the most recurring podcast.
That's Borat, by the way. Sorry, forgot about baby. Sorry. Sorry, baby. Really, 4 times? No, 3 times.
No, 4 times.
What?
The Spider-Man story.
Yes.
The most recent time this time. And then the Spider-Man story I thought was the second time you were on.
Maybe. I don't know, actually. Maybe. I'll have to check.
So the I got beaten up and fat shamed by children was the first one?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay, well, still on 3, I still think you get that accolade.
Thank you.
I would have sworn there was
I'm
the first
very
one.
proud.
Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, you still are the most.
This is what I think you should do. You start interviewing. This is my idea, by the way, not anybody else's. You start interviewing people from Troy Channel. Where have they been? That's what I think you should start doing, Claire.
I think that's a really good idea, and I'd love it if people were up for that. I should start
you can have that idea.
Getting in touch with people and seeing if they're up for that.
Yeah, you definitely should. Oh, have you reached out? Who have you reached out to? And they've all said, no, we're done with you.
I know, I haven't really reached out to many, and anyone that I have is keen, but they're not home.
Yeah, fair.
Better to do it in person.
Definitely one. Who wants to watch a Zoom podcast?
I know, I hate being on
Oh
Zooms.
my God. It's miserable. I keep getting asked to do one. God bless him. He's very eager. But I'm like, man, they're so...
I don't mind doing them if it's audio only, but yeah, who wants to watch?
Who wants to listen and watch?
Zoom.
I really...
When you don't have to. Like during COVID, it was obviously all we could do, but now...
Claire, I like to talk over people. Right?
Yeah, that's hard to do
It's hard to do on Zoom. They can mute you. I don't like this. It's terrible.
So any other crack?
Not a lot. It was a rough year last year. Living in London for the first year. Absolutely miserable. Like totally, probably the biggest pit of despair I've been in a long time. But yeah, I'm out of it now, which is great. Things are a lot more settled. I was kind of like a vagrant over there. It was great. I was just, I was living large. No, but it was, because I was going through a breakup as well. So not only did I move, and I was like just getting a new job, and I was going through a breakup, and as well, I didn't have I was staying with my uncle for a while. He's quite ill. So it was one of those things where COVID was still active and around. So it was very like...
Oh, that's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, then it was just... I got some accommodation then, but it was very far, like, away from me work. So I was commuting an hour and a half in the mornings, making a lot of tunes in the tube. Probably not wise. It's very dodgy, actually.
Yeah, that's very
very dodgy.
There's a computer out on the tube.
Yeah, the missus goes to me. She's like, because I always have my Nintendo Switch because I'm a legend, and that's my Tinder bio.
Triers love Nintendo Switches. I know this.
So accurate. That's you be there sitting in the thing and me and Colin be chatting away.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you play the new Zelda?
Kelly as well. Yeah, they're always on with.
Oh my god, it's great. I love it so much. But I'm always popping it out, and then the man them come on. I'm like,
yeah.
But the missus is on it, and she was like, "Oh, this really rough fella gone on the tube, you know." And he sat right beside me, and I was a bit. And then he took out a Nintendo Switch, and I realised I was all right. And then I go, some fucking cunts after stealing my Nintendo Switch on the tube. Fucking bollocks. Did you not say something to him?
And you were saying today that it is a bit of a culture shock coming home to the public transport here.
Oh my god. I'm such an idiot though. I forgot you guys live in the Stone Age and you have to have leap cards and change. Please, Mr. Bus Driver, please. No exact or whatever. No change.
No tapping.
Exact. What?
No tapping.
No tapping with the cards. Mental. What are we what? I know I've only been gone 2 years, but what the hell? Go to the bus, go to tap with my bank card like a normal person, and then he goes, what do you want, traveller? What is this card? You need the magic leap card. I was like, fucking hell. And of course I have no cash in me. Like, who's got cash? I mean, I'm broke, but but I was like, so I had to go all the way back, like get a tenner out from the bloody bank machine and then go to a shop, get a Twix. It was very nice. And then get change. And it took me like an hour and a half to get, it's 20 minutes away. That's how far I could have walked. I honestly could have walked. I was a half an hour late for this bloody podcast. Fucking hell.
Oh, that's so funny. That's like when I first moved up from Mayo and I tried to give him like a tenner on the bus.
He's like, no. That would make sense. That would make sense.
Sometimes, though, if you're stuck like that, they'll just go, oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's
But he obviously didn't like the look of you.
No, of course not. I was just about to say that's such girl privilege right there. My goodness.
Has that never happened to you?
What are you talking about?
It's happened to me so much.
I'm lucky if they don't hit me. Like, what are you talking about?
It's happened to me a lot where Leah, you'll come on, or your leap car's not working, or you don't have the right change to be, go on, it's grand.
Oh, yeah, right. That's
amazing. I didn't realise that was
I have to stand out
lady
there.
privilege.
Oh my God.
Excellent.
I really should, drive like every other 30-year-old. But I just... Yeah,
although the argument against that is sustainability, blah, blah. It says me who drove.
Jeez, you really are a lecturer, you know that. They're such little weasels, I tell you.
I love driving.
Do you?
Yeah.
I haven't been provisional, and I live in London now. I'm not arsed. I was driving a bit when I was here, but that's about it. I don't have a car or anything like that.
Well, again, you don't really need to be driving over there.
No, not at all. And this is the thing, now, where I am now, more settled, have my own space, and I'm like near my work. It's great. Because before I was totally miserable. Commute is a big factor in anyone being happy in their life.
Agreed.
Yeah. And especially because it wasn't like I would just go into a train, wait an hour, and then you're there. It was like I had to get a bus, had to swap over 2 tube lines. It's always packed. Sometimes you won't get a seat, so you're standing for about 20 minutes. Nightmare.
I actually just wouldn't do stuff if I had to do that.
Yeah. And it was literally when I got there first, because I didn't really know a lot of people. Like, so that's that, and I was just going like, imagine here now, like trying to get people to do the podcast. They're like, oh, it's out there, not too arse. If it was in the city, maybe or whatever, right? But in London, it's like, do you want to go to a party? Yeah, sure. Where is it? It's about 4 hours away. Oh yeah, like it is very like, yeah, we'll just go to wherever the hell it is. Do you know what I mean? But I was totally miserable. And as well, there was a couple of things going on. First of all, I started a new job and I was teaching, I teach in a very rough area, first of all. And it was definitely, it was a bit of a culture shock, like, yeah. Sorry. Sorry. just got very upset there. Sorry.
Let it out, my friend.
No, it's just there's just I work in a very rough area. I've always worked relatively rough areas in Dublin, but the first year was out. Sorry,
it's okay. And is that where you're working now? So you've kind of adjusted to it now, have you?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot. It's grand now. Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right.
Jesus, where did this come from? Fucking hell. No, it's, we I lost a student last year.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Just like it.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's just like there's a lot of like stabbings and all that business. So that was a tough one now. And the sad thing was as well, we lost one the year before, like before I got there. Do you know?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of it's just the area, and it's just whatever. And it just warps everything about. You don't want to be there, you know. It's like, yeah, it's just tough. And the city itself is just like, especially when you're. And I remember like the week that happened, I got on the tube, and there was a few young fellas, and one of them fucking dropped a knife in front of me. Do you know what I mean? And I was just thinking in my head, I was like, I need to go back home. I was like, fuck this. It's like, I'm done.
But are you glad you stuck it out?
Yeah, definitely. And I think I like what I'm doing. I think if I wasn't, I like teaching young people, and I especially if there's something virtuous about it, I'm always that's always a benefit. You're always gonna feel good if you can see it's benefiting people. There's not, you can't put a price tag on that. It's always great. Yeah. Sorry. That came out of nowhere. Sorry. Jesus. Yeah, but this year's it's just a lot calmer, I suppose. I was a lot more strict with who we took in, because all it takes is just one or two rough people in here that are wheeling, dealing, whatever it is, and it can just really bring down the whole environment of a whole department. Like, so I was definitely a lot stricter anyway when it came to just taking in. So like any discipline issues, I really was like, nah, that's it. 3 strikes, you're out. And it was so it's good, definitely a lot better. And I can see it like it's the students are a lot happier. Last year, everyone was miserable. I was miserable. They were miserable. But no, this year it's definitely scary. It's a great college. They do, because it's it's a lot of free courses and that kind of stuff. So they do a lot of good. And it's a lot of good with the local area and that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyway. What was I talking about before that? Mitch Bag in Berlin. And damn hipsters. What the hell was I talking about?
Public transport.
Transport. It was bloody transport, wasn't
Public transport, yeah.
But yeah, the first year was just like awful. Just everything was just terrible. I would literally come home for a gig and I'd be like, I don't want to get on the plane to go back at all. Like, I was like crying to me mammy, like, please.
And now are you the opposite? You're like, I don't want to go home.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Every time I come back, I'm like, the buses don't work. What the hell? My ma's asking me, do I want dinner? No, fucking dinner, man. I remember probably about 5 years ago, unironically, I asked for Smash Brothers for the Nintendo Switch, and my ma got it for me for the 3DS, and I was like, I am actually upset. I was like, thanks.
You poor man.
And then I remember just thinking like, I'm like 25, like, and I am upset. I know I shouldn't be, but I am. I am upset. Who? The 3DS? Is she high? What is this?
I didn't even know they were still around.
There you go. That fucking bastard in GameStop. He ripped her off. That bollocks.
And did she give you the receipt so you could go swap it?
Oh, you can't. It's a present. It was
you can definitely return a present if it's not the right thing. You absolutely can. Well, if you can't, my poor husband has had a hard time.
Also, I was a fully grown teacher that can buy my own video games. So, like, you know.
That's a fair point.
Like, it's like 40 quid. I spend that in tequila, right? So, it was one of those, oh, thanks, yeah. That's the one you wanted? Yeah. Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, so close. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Fun times. But yeah, it's been a lot. But no, there's Tim, the guy from Shore. When we were in London, he was like, "Oh, we should go for lunch one of the days." I was like, "Cool, where are we going?" He's like, "Oh, I can't tell you." I was like, "Oh god." And he brought me down to London Fields, and we were walking through a park, and we were going up to a market, and the hairs of me neck started going up, and I was like, I hear Irish accents. Oh, fucking hell. And I knew instantly what it was, and it was a Irish food stall that sold chicken fillet rolls, spice bags.
I saw that go viral on Instagram.
Yeah.
And people were really mad about it because they were like, someone's trying to sell petrol station food as like Irish cuisine. And then other people were like, will you leave him alone? Like he's trying to like do a bit of business and like he has a good idea, blah, blah.
I am on the second part, right? I'm more like, yeah, who gives a fuck, right?
I think it's smart.
I think it's genius.
I'd go all the way. If I lived away from home, I'd go all the way to some park to get a chicken fillet roll.
And the queue was crazy. And that's what pissed me off. Do you ever notice this when it comes to queuing? I'm always like, look at these idiots queuing for something. Idiots. And then when you're in the queue, you're like, I can't wait for this. Do you know? I judge people who queue. I'm like, sheep. And then I'll be like, actually, yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll be there. So it was deadly. It was really good. But everyone in the fucking line pissed me off so much. One of the queue was so busy that the girl was like, sorry guys, do you mind just stepping off the road? One of the girls, oh my god, that's so Irish. It's so Irish that she asked us to do that. I was like, what are you talking about?
I do hate that discourse.
Irish people drink so much. We drink, and then they're hammered.
It gets so much worse when you're abroad because everybody wants to. Everything we do is because we're so Irish.
Because we're so Irish. It's really you queue in a line. That's the Irish thing. Like everyone wrecked me head. They're all fucking trust fund bastards, right? I hate them so much. I've only love, but. Fucking hell. And every time I hear an Irish accent somewhere, I'm like, fucking bollocks. They're fucking coming after me. No. It's fun. It is funny though, isn't it? Like, it's like, I just hate this notion that we're so special.
Yes.
You know? It's like, what are you talking about?
I do think we're special in a lot of ways, but I think a lot of things are attributed to us as us being special when it's like, no, everybody does that.
Everybody does that.
Yeah, everybody queues, my friend.
Everybody keeps their toaster in the cupboard. That's a true stereotype, by the way.
No, it is. It's not everyone.
It's not everyone. It's a very small portion of the population up north. That's a true stereotype.
No, it is. And actually, my husband's mother has started to keep her toaster in the cupboard.
Did she convert?
We were all slagging the shit out of her.
For those who don't know, Protestants keep their toasters in the cupboard. And you're like, what?
So
why? But it's true.
I was in her house and I was looking for I was like, where is the toaster gone? And she'd put it in the cupboard because the counter is too full and she doesn't really use it. But then we were all slagging the shit out of her. We were like, why is it in the cupboard? And she never heard of this. She didn't know about this.
I was in an Airbnb and we were like, where's the toaster? And then we were like, oh, if it's in the cupboard. And we checked it was in the cupboard and we were like, it's probably Protestant. And then we found a King James Bible and we were like,
there you go.
What's Proddies? Get in touch. What is happening? Why is that a stereotype? I've never heard that before. Like, are they just like, I don't believe in transubstantiation. Better put the toaster in the cupboard. Because that makes sense. Like, I studied religion. Like, that was the one issue. We studied ecumenism. That's the relationship, getting different sects of Christianity together, you know.
Okay.
Talk peacefully. The biggest argument was about the toaster in the cupboard. They're scum, Clare. Oh God. That is. Aye.
But genuinely, leave in the comments below if you happen to be Protestant and explain why the toaster's in the cupboard, because we actually just don't understand it.
Do you put the bread in?
It's so much effort to take it out and then
plug it
toast
in
something and then put it back away again.
This is what I'm thinking. Do they toast? They close it, and then it goes. And then they open it.
They don't toast the toast
I
in
don't
the
know.
fucking cupboard.
I don't know.
There's no way. Sure, there's no outlet in the cupboard. Well, at least not in my cupboard.
Not in a Catholic household. If they have an outlet in the cupboard,
yes, and maybe you could.
There you go.
Sure, you start a fire doing that.
Yeah, it'd be a very smoky cupboard.
Yeah.
I'm baffled.
No, I actually genuinely do want to know, and I'm not trying to be antagonistic. I actually would like to know.
I would like to know
why it's in the cupboard.
But back to the Irish stereotypes. One of the things that really pisses me off is they take English stereotypes and they say that it's theirs.
What? Give me an example. That sounds really annoying to me.
Tea drinking. I'm sorry. I know.
Okay.
It's an English thing.
I know.
And we're so anti-British. We hate them so much that we say, oh, it's such an Irish thing. Like, if you talk to anyone else who's not from Ireland, they'll be like, what are you talking about? It's
Do you know,
English
I had
thing.
a really intrusive thought recently enough.
Uh-oh.
And it was, do we only drink tea because we were colonised to do so?
Yeah, no crap. Yeah, obviously. It's not like we just, as soon as we got independence, we've been drinking gin this whole time.
Did we not drink tea before the British came?
800 years ago? What? No. What? With the tea leaves from India? Oh yeah, because we went over there and got them.
See, that's really upsetting. Now you've changed my whole worldview, so that's really upsetting. So we drink tea because the Brits. Of
course we do.
That's really upsetting to me.
Yes. Like what?
The whole fucking personality is based on tea.
I know.
This is very upsetting.
The Tea with Clare Cullen on 2FM.
I mean, that would be a very obvious name for a podcast.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like a million of them.
There's a million of them. But
I'm
I'm not going to do it now because now I know I'm only doing it because of the Brits.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there you go. The anti-British sentiment. I'm actually very pro-Britain at the minute, but that's because we just get days off when someone dies or something. So I'm like, woo! With the flags. Yeah!
So you're like,
woo!
You're just like, come on, Charles.
Come on, Charlie. I just think people are people. It doesn't matter where you're bloody from.
Is there anything you would like to promote before? And actually, if there's anything that you could promote that's happening really soon that I'll miss in the time it takes me to edit, that'd be great.
Right, so I'm thinking now May 2025. That's when I should start promoting stuff. Right, let me think.
The joke there is the last time we shot it, and by the time I had it edited, I had missed the event he was trying to promote in the thing.
We could have had more people. We could have had an extra.
We have too much fun in here. There's too much footage.
That is true. You're right. That is, and I talk too much crap. So apologies.
Don't apologize. It's the whole point of a podcast.
There's no narrative here. I had a narrative last time. There's zero narrative this time. I was just talking about tea and how much I hate Irish people apparently, which is very.
That's going to be definitely going to be the promo clip for it.
I hate Irish people.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
I hate you.
Okay.
That's your promo. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. You know, I can't announce it. Actually, do you know what? I can't announce any of them because they haven't been announced.
Can you just announce that one you just said?
No, I don't think I can actually. Okay. Sorry. Do you know what? Let's forget that.
You have become hipster.
I know. It's just because these days
I can't tell you of all these exclusive gigs that I'm doing.
They're not. No, I'll tell you what it is, right? It's because half of them fucking fall through. Organisers, man, in Dublin, and like it's just the venue exploded. Like you're literally like, oh, you're all set for the gig next week. Oh, sorry, I can't do it. There's the British have invaded again. Like it's just every single thing. So these days, I'm just like, right, as soon as the poster is there and they tell us to put it on social media, I'm going to say it. But until then,
so there you go. Why don't you promote your social media then? Because you love posting on social media. It's your favorite. Yeah.
Do I?
No.
I don't know. You wouldn't know.
You can talk. At least I have an excuse. I'm not interested in drum and bass, no offense.
I'm not interested in bloody babies. So, don't know what you're talking about. Think I give a fuck? I saw your post. I was like, ugh, unfollow. Oh God. Do you know what's so funny? I'm such an alcoholic that you were like, well, I haven't drank in ages. I'm like, you gave up the drink? And they were like, I'm pregnant. And I was like, oh.
I do miss drinking though.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sure, look. You'll be having margaritas before you know it.
Yeah. A drink I've never really had.
That's what the doctor gives you after the baby. Sorry. Right. Follow me on Sharpson Music on everything. If you like trance music, follow Boy Racer. If you like electronic music, like Double Screen. I don't know. I have too many bloody projects.
You really do have too many projects. It's hard to keep up. But I will put the links in the description on YouTube. Much. You will give them to me, and I will put them in the description.
I'm going to start doing stand-up again, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah.
Tell me when you're doing that in Dublin. I want to come and see it.
Thank you. Good.
100%.
Yeah. Because there's a few... I saw... sorry. Fucking hell. I can't believe I did that. I meant to say I saw E-Man.
It's like, what is he making a big deal about? Do you want to start that sentence again? You didn't just do that?
Like
okay.
I saw E-Man do stand-up in London.
Okay.
And it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He did 40 minutes unprepared material.
No.
And it was actually hilarious.
Just crowd work, like?
So about 20% was crowd work. Then it was like, I think 20%, because I haven't seen a set in so long. 20% was stuff he'd done. And then he was like, okay, I'm just going to do stuff I haven't done.
Just testing stuff. Oh my God, that's so...
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I was like, the balls on you, man.
Although unprepared is different to untested.
This was unprepared.
Just making up as he went.
He smashed it. It was great. It was. Really,
I think comedians that do crowd work have to be really, really smart.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't think I'm smart enough. I think it's such a skill.
You do crowd work?
No, I've never tried it.
I thought maybe I just.
I had a couple of I had a couple of pre-planned insults to use and point at random people and give them to them, but I've never interacted with.
You just slag men.
Yeah.
In the crowd.
Yeah.
Just like you.
It's like you know about that one, don't you?
Huh?
Stadia.
Yeah, you insult. You insult.
Yeah, but I don't do the back and forth. Like I don't react to what they're saying.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to do that.
I think you got to be doing it so long. See, I gave up stand up just because I was so like neurotic about the whole thing, and I just wouldn't be able to sleep beforehand, like we were saying. But now I think I'm kind of like I don't know. Things are a bit more secure. I'm definitely, and as well, I'm older, so it's like, what do I have to talk
you're
about?
Like,
when I don't care.
I don't care if you're like, I don't care if you don't laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I hate everyone. So like you Irish potato munchers, I don't like yous. So
yeah, that's another thing. Lots of people eat potatoes, and we act like it's our thing.
It's like that wrecks me head. Although I went to Nando's with me work, and I ordered chips and mashed potatoes. And they were like, "Oh, very Irish." And I was like, "They're delicious." Is that weird? I don't think it's weird. I don't
think it's weird. I don't think I would do it.
That's what I think.
Patriot. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Sorry for being half an hour late.
That's all right. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And for letting me test my new system.
You're very welcome.
It's your very first podcast appearance. I fucked up the audio on it. So I appreciate that you trust me to test new things.
Oh yeah, it sounded like a waterfall.
Yeah, you said you put something on social media which made me laugh so hard. You were like really brave of Clare to record underwater.
The sound engineer in me is kicking it. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you were dead right.
You're so great. You're the only person to have me on. So like, and I'm always like, can you have me on again? But Clare, Cullen, you've got the most consistent podcast going. Thanks. Congratulations. I can't wait for the next episode.
I know. You'll be waiting
12 years time.
Listen, if the Try people start getting back to me saying they want to jump in on this "where have we been" trend, then
what?
Then I'm in.
That's a great idea.
I know.
You see, the problem is half of them are still on it. It's still going. We're acting like it's over. They're kicking ass.
I need them all to leave.
Yeah,
I can be like, "Where are you now?"
Start a rumor. That's what we'll do. We'll start a rumor. They don't actually eat anything on it. It's all fake.
Oh, the last story actually I'll tell you before you go is that recently a video went up and I was in it. It was testing rum cocktails or something.
Okay.
So it was like whiskey alternatives. It was like whiskey cocktails but with rum.
Oh, sounds great.
But it was shot like last September, October.
All right.
And it only went up recently.
Aha.
And yeah, so
I see.
Now, to be fair, like, tried pin this comment and was like, obviously this one is a late one. It just didn't come out for ages.
For the slower members of our audience, Claire's not allowed to drink because she's pregnant.
Yes. Yeah, I'm planning on raising a lightweight, so.
That's very funny.
What do you call it?
That's crazy.
But somebody did private message me on Instagram and was like, I hope that was filmed before you realise you're pregnant or whatever. And I just wrote back and I said, what do you think?
Oh my God.
And then he wrote back and he goes, so the first,
he,
of course it was. So the first message was like, I hope that
Sandra's cancelled.
It's always men, Donal. It's always men, right? 90% of the time.
90%. I can't.
But he goes, hope that was filmed before you were pregnant or whatever. And then he said something like, I don't know your schedule. I'm only asking out of concern. And then I said, what do you think? And then he responded, I'm only joking. Sorry if I offended you with my jokes.
Well,
and I was like, sorry, the qualification of I don't actually know your schedule and I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Makes it not a fucking joke, no?
Was there any smiley emojis?
No.
Oh, well then, come on. You need to have a laughy face. You're a real bollocks. That's what you should have wrote back.
Back.
I am only joking.
Sometimes I am tempted to write back really funny responses like that, but I'm like, they won't get them.
They're too... You love your fan base,
That's
Claire.
so Irish, you see. That's such an Irish bit of humour. It's so Irish.
Oh my God.
To be like, oh, you bollocks. And just, non-Irish wouldn't get it, you know what I'm saying?
We're not that friendly, by the way. We're not. Caribbean people are way friendlier than us.
Yeah, that's fair.
So true. I came here and some guy called me a nonce. Did I ever tell you about the nonce story? Sorry.
No.
I know you're wrapped up like 14 times. I didn't know what nonce meant.
Right.
I thought it meant a silly person.
No.
Yes, I know that now. Because, I was thinking everyone called, Jimmy Savile a nonce. He's a silly man. He's a silly man. Everyone called Michael Jackson a nonce. Another silly man. So I just assumed nonce meant a silly person. So my first day teaching over in England,
you're so innocent.
I dropped a pen and I went, "Oh, I'm such a silly nonce."
You did not.
I did, and they lost their minds. I was like, I don't think that word means silly man. I think it might mean something else. It's a true story. I was like, I'm such a silly nonce. I call everyone a nonce. Yeah, bloody nonce.
For your students
get out of here,
well.
you nonce.
They're looking for anything to get you. Oh my God,
day.
I'd say they didn't pay attention to you for weeks.
I mean, I would be terrified of my teacher if he came out as a nonce. I'd be listening to every word he said. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you need help with that? Nope.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was bad.
And how long did it take you to figure it out?
Instantly.
Oh, you did with their reaction. You were like, "That doesn't mean." But how long did it take you to figure out what it did mean? They didn't tell you in the spot.
No, I instantly figured it out from the reaction because they were like, "You're a pedo." No,
how did you figure?
No, I just realized I was like, "Nonce." Maybe that doesn't mean what I thought it meant, and by their reaction, they're laughing so hard that they probably think I'm a pedo. So
you didn't even have to go Google it. You just figured it out.
I just figured it out, and then it wasn't until I went back home and was like, does nonce mean pedo? And they were like, yeah. I was like, same for that. Cheers.
Oh my God, that's so Irish. Such an Irish mistake to make.
That nonsense means silly man.
Oh.
Yeah, grating. Anyway.
Right. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I can't wait till our next episode in another 6 months' time with none in between.
Do you know what? With the amount of crap I talked, it's going to take you 6 months to edit this, let me tell you. And I'm not going to help you. So... Thank you, Claire.
Thank you. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. I've forgotten what the outro was supposed to be because I haven't done this in so long.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to do it?
Do you want to do it? Yeah.
No.
Do.
No.
Go on. Give it a go.
Oh God.
Give me your best radio voice.
Welcome to NPR. That was pretty good, actually.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this inconsistent podcast with a man who's clearly got undiagnosed ADHD and a woman who's probably got undiagnosed ADHD, then you should like and subscribe to the Clare Cullen Storytime podcast with Clare Cullen.
Yeah, that's definitely what it's called.
It's a bit of a mouthful, actually. You should change that. What is it called?
Storytime
with Clare Cullen. With Clisare?
Yeah.
Who's
Clisare.
Is that your rap name?
Oh.